Hey guys, how's it going? Another review on the Scout Tactical channel. We're going for the marathon, third review of the day. I'm Scout. We went to the range today and shot some handguns. We shot a rifle, and that was the Rock River LAR-15 carbine. Man, is this one bad dude. Rock River, if you don't know, makes some great AR-15s. They're not super duper mainstream because they're not sold to most wholesalers. They're normally dealer direct. So it normally has to be a dealer that knows what he's doing to even have them. But man, let me tell you, these guns are good. They really have some professional grade features on them. They're not always the lightest made, and sometimes they kind of torque me off because they go with some proprietary parts. They can't just follow the mold and go with some normal DPMS Bushmaster Colt style parts, especially on their 308 rifles. But regardless, this one rocks. We shot it today. I'm feeling kind of sick. I got kind of a virus I've had for a couple days, and I got some fever. So I shot the camera, and the Sarge, my buddy, got on camera and shot this rifle. No malfunctions. I don't think it ever has, but not saying that it couldn't. But if you're looking for an entry carbine or a home defense carbine or even just a 16-inch barreled handy hunting rifle, this one is probably one to look at. The Rock Rivers are reasonably priced. This model, depending on where you get it, normally in the 900 range, sometimes 1,000 or 1,050, but normally about a $900, $950 rifle. That seems expensive, but you get a real good rifle for that. This has had some options put on it, just so you know. I don't know whether the Sarge had this added or it was one of their MOE models, but it does have the Magpul MOE forend here. Okay. It has this LZ, which I know is an add-on, light mount. That allows it to hold this Surefire light, which has both a pressure switch, okay, a tape switch here, which I'm not a big fan of, and it has the push button right here to activate the light. So on this Magpul angled vertical grip, if your hand was up there, you could naturally reach forward, hit the button. So that does work for me. He's got a grip here, which appears to be something like an ergo, and the expensive Magpul CTR stock. I use the MOE, a lot of guys do, but the CTR does have the lock feature. Once it's at a certain level, you push the little button, and now it's locked. Okay, although that does release it, but it is a very sturdy stock. Sarge has added on a cheek piece to this, give him a little better cheek weld, see through the sights in the Eotech. But guess what that did for him? Let me drop this mag real quick, because it has rounds in it, but I'll clear this on camera. We're clear, and I hope you see the problem. He pointed this out to me today. If you run this rifle in particular, just because of the height, I guess, of the upper, with the cheek piece, you can't rack the slide. You can't charge it. It runs into this. You have to have this stock all the way out, and then you can pull it. So something to keep in mind, man. Your accessories are a system. If you don't think them through or test them when you're using them, you may be in a world of hurt. For example, the Sarge knew that was going on, and at 6'1" or so, he's a full-size guy, then he uses that stock all the way out. But if he had slipped it up a little bit to wear with body armor on an entry, he would be in a world of hurt if he wasn't able to rack his slides, so to charge the weapon. He also has the Eotech on here. This is the old school AA model. Excellent, still valid. And a Magpul backup polymer sight that co-witnesses, meaning you can see through this. You see through the Eotech, and then you see your fixed A2 style front sight, your M16 style military base front sight. On the sling, he has the Magpul Ms3, which I like. I have MS2s and MS3s now. If you don't know, the MS3 has the plastic buckles, but they're polymer. I don't want to say plastic, man. Glocks and MMPs and XDs and everything are polymer these days, so it's a polymer buckle, not a cheap plastic buckle. And he has the BCM gunfighter charging handle, like you also saw on the Daniel Defense V7 video that we put out last week. This happens to be the small, I have the large, and then I also showed you the medium. So I like the extra charging handle because it gives you some leverage when you're trying to rack that gun. He doesn't have a Magpul bad lever, which I had on on the Daniel Defense, and I have on all of my ARs. But remember that just like when I talked about the 1911 in that review, the AR is awesome because it's modular, guys. This is a hot rod rifle. Pins come out, things come off, and new parts go on. You can change the forend, the grip, all the internals if you want to, the charging handle. All the optics go on different rails, the front, side, muzzle brakes, barrels for that matter, different lights, different stocks, you name it, okay? There are a lot of stuff. In fact, I'll go on to say, as a former gun dealer and a current police officer, AR parts is an entire gun industry segment by itself. There are so many things for these that companies are based on it, i.e. Magpul, CAA, GG&G, all these other companies. They do nothing but AR stuff, just like for 100 years there have been 1911 accessories made. There are so many 45 accessories, you'll never see them all. And that's the cool thing about the AR, it can be whatever you want. How does the Rock River shoot? Well, it's smooth as silk, okay? Recoil is easily some of the lightest I've ever felt out of a carbine length gas system. When you saw the Daniel Defense video, I explained that the gas tube in the Daniel Defense is what's called a mid-length, okay? It's used in carbines, and it's a longer gas tube, so it's the bolt comes back with less gas force than in a carbine system. It's a short gas carbine tube, normal, basically, for an M4, or for a carbine 16-inch barrel. And so because it's shorter, the gas has littler time and it goes right back in the bolt quicker. And actually, I'm showing it backwards, it goes this way, but it makes a sharper recoil impulse. However, this gun outweighs the Daniel Defense. I'm not sure the exact weight. I'm getting about 8.1 fully rigged like the Sarge has it done. That's heavy. Be honest with you guys, if that's a patrol rifle, which this is his patrol rifle, in my opinion it's heavy. Now, I've seen guys run 308s, I've seen guys run M1 Garands and M1 SOCOMs and all this stuff from Springfield at 10 and 12 pounds with optics on there. All kinds of SKSs, Mini 14s, AKs, you name it. There's a lot of different stuff in the tactical world and in the self-defense world that is heavier. So 8.1 pounds, not bad, but heavier than most. A couple things might be, I don't know, but this mount from LZ, I've seen them all the time. I never sold them when I had my store. There were other guys doing the same thing, so I'm not real familiar with it, and I'm not sure the weight of this. It feels to be metal. So that could be a problem there. And then of course he's got the full size Eotech. He could save a couple ounces by going with an XPS, but it's more money. Not sure. Anyway, also a metal Surefire. Maybe you go with the polymer. I don't know. The cheap piece, maybe it adds some. The CTR is heavier than the MOE on the stock. So you could whittle weight off of this rifle, but in general, I've noticed several Rock Rivers are a little heavier than some of their counterparts. Maybe the Daniel Defense, the Bushmasters, the DPMS. But then guys throw out the argument, is this a better rifle than the Bushmaster, the DPS, or whatever? Hey, my general initial opinion, and it's just my opinion, is this is a damn good rifle. Chrome line parts, okay? A lot of attention to detail, very tight tolerances. I've never seen a bad Rock River, I can say that. They work. A lot of guys just want their AR to work. Guess what this one does? Yep, works, nailed it. So I think I could even shoot this sick, and I'm not feeling too good today. So this is an excellent rifle. We've rolled in the shooting footage. We've seen some side to side. It transitions well. It reloads pretty smoothly. Another attention to detail item like I was talking to you about. They've got the beveled mag well. Okay, that's cool. You see the bevel there? I think the camera's picking it up. This lets you get the magazine in just a little bit easier. It's not the end all. It's not a perfect solution, but that is a cool flared mag well, little bevel on the mag well. It's those little attentions to detail that make Rock River easily one of the best AR rifle companies in the U.S. And of course, we're liking the U.S. stuff, right guys? Okay, everybody always asks, private messages me about the stuff also on set that's showing up. Halo Recon 4 sleeping bag was in the corner hiding there. A 511 Blade Tech Tonto pocket knife. Just reviewed the Ruger SR1911. This is the SIG 226 Tac Ops in 40. Awesome. M&P 40 full size. So again, we're well into the Scout Tactical project. I appreciate all the initial views from the first several videos and the great comments. I appreciate the subscriptions. We need more. I ask you to please subscribe tonight. It will encourage me, and I assure you, as you can see, every few days we will be spitting out more videos. I only do what you guys ask for, though. Leave in the comments or private message me. Let me know what you want to see next. We'll shoot them, we'll review them, whatever you think. This is Scout with Scout Tactical. Thanks for watching.